Ciao ragazzi d'affari! Ogni tanto abbiamo parlato di vendite internazionali ed effettivamente ho notato che è qualcosa che vi interessa tanto e che avete anche richiesto. Le vostre preghiere non sono rimaste inascoltate. Come qualcuna si ricorderà, io per 5 anni sono stata International Business Development Manager e in effetti l'inizio della mia carriera è proprio con le vendite internazionali, soltanto dopo mi sono poi concentrata sul mercato italiano, ma in realtà per anni mi sono occupata di vendite internazionali e quindi avrei tantissimo da dire, in effetti poi troveremo il tempo per dirlo, ma innanzitutto partiamo dalle basi. La primissima cosa che ci serve sapere quando si vende e quando ci si vende è come fare un pitch. Un pitch, l'abbiamo detto anche altre volte, è una presentazione, una descrizione attraverso la quale con pochissime parole dobbiamo descrivere appunto che cosa facciamo e perché dovrebbe essere interessante o per il nostro target o per il nostro interlocutore. A volte le due cose si sovrappongono tra di loro. Come si fa un pitch in inglese e che cosa dobbiamo considerare al di fuori del pitch per vendere bene o venderci bene, per esempio se ci vogliamo vendere come dei professionisti a un colloquio di lavoro. Questo video l'abbiamo girato insieme io e Parisa di English Roundtable e Parisa è una English coach per professionisti, quindi si concentra su persone che vogliono migliorare con l'inglese per questioni professionali. Spero che questo video ti piacerà e facci sapere nei commenti se ti è piaciuto e quale vuoi che sia il prossimo argomento in ambito vendite internazionali o vendite in inglese, perché magari possiamo consolidare questa partnership.
Hey guys, I'm Parisa from English Roundtable Talk channel, the place for non-native speakers to feel included in international environments. We do this by learning how to speak English confidently and communicating effectively. If you're interested in learning more about our mission, my background, and the videos that we have, you can find the link to the intro video of our channel in the description. Can't wait to see you there.
Hello boys and girls in business. I am Martina, sales and negotiation coach. I also co-founded a startup called Mael, and we operate in the fashion and IT sectors, industries. So what is it that I do? I basically create for my companies and my clients' companies sales strategies, and I make sure that they are correctly implemented. My goal is to see sales targets met as soon as possible. I especially focus on women because I believe we can have more inclusive, wealthier society if we have richer, more powerful women actively involved in the economy. In my career, I've been an international business development manager, the best salesperson in the company, the sales team leader, and I've done all of this as an employee. Now I do it for myself, for my companies, and for my clients. You can obviously imagine how important it is in my job to pitch. Pitching means explaining in a few sentences, a few but effective sentences, what you do, what it is that you do, and why it's important for you and the people involved. And as pitch comes from elevator pitch, it should be as short as possible, so it should have more or less the duration of an elevator ride. Pitching is not only for salespeople and entrepreneurs. We sell every day to everybody. We sell our ideas, our values, our points of view. We negotiate to get what we want. It could even be to just get pizza for dinner instead of sushi, or to get the job that you want so much. I think everybody can benefit from learning how to pitch. So let's see what you should definitely include in your pitch. First of all, a pitch starts with self-confidence. If you're not confident about what you're saying, then it won't really matter what you're saying because the other person will feel there's something wrong or sketchy about your pitch. So you won't be able to develop trust with that person. So first of all, communicate self-confidence while you speak.
So how can we communicate our self-confidence, especially in English? This is one of the main topics we'll be covering on our channel, English Roundtable Talk. Communicating your self-confidence isn't about talking perfectly or like a native speaker. Self-confidence is deeper than that, and it's more of a mindset that comes from within. Self-confidence doesn't grow in an instant. It's a journey that requires the right training. It's like a muscle, and it can grow stronger only by taking action and practicing. Now, let's go to point number 2.
Tell what it is that you do in one sentence. The longer the pitch, the more likely you're going to bore the other person. So just focus on what you do and why the other person should care. Tell them why they should care about what you're going to say after your pitch. You should roughly follow this structure. I help who to achieve what, so that they can reach exactly what benefit with your method or unique approach to the problem, or without any particular obstacle that they usually face when solving this problem. And if you want an example of pitch, well, you can watch the beginning of my video.
This is also very true in a general context. At school, we were taught that the longer we spoke, the better we were, and the higher mark we would get. But real life doesn't work like that, especially nowadays. People don't have the patience and the attention to listen to a very long introduction. We all have many options available that we only listen to people that we find interesting, and they are very brief in their message and communication. The structure Martina mentioned is the perfect one for engaging other people and making a good first impression, especially in a professional environment. Remember, once you're done introducing yourself, you can end it with a call to action, asking someone to do something, or asking a question. It can be something as easy as, "How about you?" This will help you to keep the person engaged, because people love talking about themselves, and you can continue the conversation rolling. Now, let's go to point number 3.
You should also adapt your pitch depending on the person you're talking to, because every one of us has different values, lifestyle, biases, so you should know what the other person believes, what the other person is thinking, and you should adapt the pitch so you can tell them straight away what you can do for them and how you can help them achieve their goals. For example, if you take my pitch, of course it's going to sound particularly interesting for female entrepreneurs, but I can also adapt it a little bit just by adding a few sentences if I want to pitch, for example, to partners with learning platforms. What I can add at the end of my pitch is, for example, something like I do it with my coaching programs and my courses that are very hands-on, so that my students can know how to use the theory that they study the moment that they study it, so they can use the theory for their sales strategy immediately. To achieve those results with your pitch, you could also add a few elements depending on the situation. You could mention the main results that your client or your company has achieved thanks to you. You could use any kind of social proof, for example, any awards or prizes that you've won. You could mention the positive impact that your work has in society or for the people involved. You could also mention a sentence that your client has told you that is particularly inspiring. Just remember, be short and effective by thinking from the start of the other person's point of view while they are listening to you.
And what Martina mentioned as the third point is the core of effective communication. We need to know who we are talking to, meaning our audience. We need to do some research or get to know them better, because this will help us to connect more and make an impact. This is true for any form of communication, whether it's a pitch or a presentation. I cannot use the same language and the same content for all of them. If I'm talking to a group of managers, it's completely different than if I'm talking one-on-one with another person at a networking event. So adapt your communication and pitch according to the person that you have in front of you. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you find this kind of topic interesting, let us know in the comment section, and we'll be making other videos about sales and negotiation.
Spero che il video ti sia piaciuto, lasciaci un like se è così e ricordati di iscriverti al canale. Al prossimo video.